All right. Hello. Welcome back. Um I'm two parts frustrated right now. The first part is I recorded this just stellar video. And it's been a while. If you're a fan of the channel, welcome back. Thank you for being here. If you're new, hello. Nice to see you. I'm Doc from the Average Gamer Guys. I recorded this great video and my sound settings were messed up. It's been a minute since I did this. And basically that take was useless. What this video is going to be about. And the title of this is probably a little clickbaity. I'm going to say, can this patch 0.13.1, I think it is, can it revitalize? I'm not going to say save. Probably said save in the title. Can it revitalize Tarkov? We're going to jump into that. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to talk a little bit about the patch notes and what we can expect that's coming up. Probably by the time you watch this, the patch will be either ongoing or already happened. And so we'll dive into that. And then I'll just give you my take on if I think this can help to bring this game back. I think it's not dead. It's not dying. I just think it's that point in the wipe. And there's certainly been some frustrations and a whole lot of stuff going on in the community and all that good stuff. So we'll talk about that a little bit. And then for those that are interested, that have been a fan of the channel, I'll give you a quick channel update and kind of what's to come, and stick around for that if you're interested. So without further ado, let's redo all the things I just did and let's jump to it. So there's a good chance, and I apologize, I don't even have my green screen up. I'm being a bum on this right now. The other thing I was really mad about is I started recording this as I just gotten out of this woods raid. I got like 48,800 experience. I almost got the current event done, which is to kill all of the bosses on a map without dying and extracting. I got all but 2, basically just because I ran out of time and I don't know where the spawns on woods are. But I got a lot done here. I killed a whole lot of things. It was a lot of fun. I might throw a quick clip of that up, and it's just going to be desynced from me because it has me in it talking, and that audio removed because it was terrible. But let's quickly jump over and let's talk about what's in the patch, and I'll give you my opinion on it if this can help to bring Tarkov back into the main stage. So we're here. It's going to pop up on your screen. This is patch 0.13.1. I want to say a couple of things up front. If you are not in the know via the Twitter sphere or otherwise, there will not be a wipe with this update. It also does not follow along with their current roadmap. We kind of essentially skipped the Unity update, which is going to be a big one and would definitely require a wipe. That's not happening. There's a little bit of disappointment for that, but that's quickly made up for with what we're going to get inside of this. My fast take, if you want to just hear it and then leave, is that yes, I do think this patch can be a significant step forward in helping to revitalize the game. If you're not familiar, right now in Tarkov, we're at late wipe. Everyone was expecting a wipe. We've been getting some actually pretty cool events, which is what's brought me back. I haven't played the game in like a month. I haven't logged in at least like 3 or 4 weeks. And I logged in today to do some of the events, saw that this was coming, and figured I would cover it. But I do think this can help. And the reason why is this late in the wipe, PvP is basically the reason that people play. If you're still a fan of the game, you're playing for the PvP, you're going to factory, you're going to labs, you're going to customs, you're getting the PvP in, you're having a blast, you're memeing, you're doing some of that stuff. That experience is ruined with desync and audio issues and a whole bunch of stuff that has plagued the game for a while. This patch that I will cover here with the notes that you can see on your screen is intended to cover a lot of that and essentially work. I don't even need it to be a leap. I just need it to be a good step forward. If it's a good step forward in desync and player positioning and hit reg, we're in the green. I think it's going to bring people back. I think if they feel like the PvP is more, I'm not going to say fair because Tarkov is not fair, but if it feels more how it should and how it actually, like what you see on your screen is the things that are actually happening. If that happens, very good chance that this helps to bring and revitalize the game quite well. And then if they take that and they stack on top of it some more of the cool current events and stuff that we have going on in the game, adding in some fun and interesting like late game tasks or even some mid-tier tasks for some of those players that might just be coming back that played for, you know, till level 20 or whatever, If they continue to do that and then hit us with a wipe here pretty soon, I think we're rolling. I think that's going to keep the hype train moving forward, and we're going to be in a really good position. There's a good chance that doesn't happen. I really hope that what they have written here is true. And again, it doesn't have to be like a total 180, but if we take a solid 90-degree turn towards the right direction, we're in business. And then they can bug fix on top of that and build on it, and then Unity comes in and hopefully helps a lot of stuff. Man, that would be huge. If you're asking or curious about my anticipation for wipe, here's what I think is going to happen. People are already speculating, probably wrongly, and I don't like to do this a lot. Just from what I've seen for playing this game for as long as I have, what most likely is going to happen is we've skipped the Unity patch, probably because it's not ready. A lot of this stuff probably was ready, so they want to get it out because this is really core to the game. It's also very important for everything else that's coming, like Arena, and just people want to be able to feel like that things are lining up and server and client and there's no desync and hit reg is good. So they're going to drop this one. They're going to bug fix this. My anticipation is maybe in about 3-4 weeks, a month or so, Unity is going to be ready. They're going to integrate that. We're going to hit a wipe. I don't think the game can sustain doing a year-long wipe. They've done them in the past. I know it's just 6 months is kind of everybody's general expectation. If it goes an extra month or less than a month, it's not a big deal, but that's my expectation. We hit Unity. Anytime we've seen a Unity upgrade, it's been a wipe. They do that. We'll hit the wipe. We'll have another 5 months until December, January, when maybe some other big content comes in, and then we move forward from there. That's my expectation. I could be totally wrong. I don't like to speculate because most of the people that do usually just don't get it right. That's what I think, just from what we've seen from history and what they've shown from a roadmap. Speaking of the roadmap again, it's out of sync now. We've skipped one. They're going to publish another one. They talk about that here. But let's jump into patch notes really quick. And I just want to hit on a couple of things. Key goal: fundamentally change the architecture of player display and synchronization of the client and their connection to the server. Here's the goals that were achieved. So I'm hoping that they've used ETS and tested this stuff, and just, heaven forbid, please let most of this stuff be true. There's going to be bugs. Set your expectations right. If you plan to play this game tomorrow or over the weekend after this patch hits, don't set your expectations like it's going to be perfect. There's going to be problems that they can't see with the volume of people they have. They need the volume that they're going to get. They'll work on it. They'll fix the stuff. Just give them that space to be able to do that. And they've been pretty good about patch updates after the update and getting things fixed quickly that they recognize when they implement. So just bear with it. The patch itself might go a little rough because it sounds like they're doing a lot of architecture stuff. So just, it is what it is. Increase the number of network entities on streets. This is the whole thing they talked about doing 60 plus players. Changes are possible in other locations. See what that looks like. Could be more interesting and more people in raids. That could be pretty cool. Improved hit registration. We need that. Improved accuracy of positioning of players in the server and the client. Yes, please. Reduced chance of desync. Absolutely. Also, reduced chance of desync with my stash would be great. Let's fix that and never have that problem again. Network traffic optimization. Yes, please. That way, ping things and all that stuff. I'm not, anywhere super smart about that stuff, but I would imagine that helping this would help that. We can go through that. And then memory consumption optimization. There's a lot that was talked about for memory for people's PCs. If they continue to refine that, it's just going to make everybody's game flow a little bit better and not be such a big drain on your system, which is good. They also talk about a whole bunch of weapon and different sound and Oculus spatial different audio changes. That they need a lot of work on this, but any steps forward we're going to get there are going to be good. So just, it is cool. One that was not talked about on the patch notes, or on the roadmap that's here, is reduced damage to blackout limbs, which is being received very well. Leg meta is not gone. Don't worry about it. Flesh meta is still here. It just makes it a little bit less effective. We also do see an increase in blunt damage. I think this is to offset this, and I do anticipate that this will actually make armor maybe slightly better. They've worked with some durabilities. We'll have to see how this plays out, because anytime they change this with the formulas, it always seems to screw something up. But I do hope that this is a good fix, and I think for a lot of the veteran players that are out there, they're going to be generally happy about this. My hope is that this extends fights just a little bit, and And I think that's a good thing for the game, to be honest. TTK, because you can get domed in the noggin instantaneously, will still happen. But I do hope that this helps kind of those prolonged fights where you're peeking and trading and moving and flanking, and I think that would be pretty neat. And I also think this might help when you're fighting some bosses, because they typically shoot you in the limbs and things. Yeah, so that could be good. Bot spawn, there's a whole bunch of stuff for that, and then a whole bunch of other fixes really related to the practice mode, which is good. I think a relatively underutilized feature that has a lot of fun stuff that you can do in it, and I think it got underutilized because there were some bugs with it when it was implemented, and it's just good to see that they're realizing that that's an important core feature for a lot of people to go test things and have some fun and kind of reduce the stress, if you will, of jumping in. I want to be clear here again, as I said, that this whoa, hello, get out of here. That this update is not going to include Unity, and they're going to publish an updated release roadmap. It's going to include game engine update, that's Unity, content patches, and more. So that's all to come. That's pretty cool. Very excited about this. I think, again, if it's implemented really, really well, and then they take this and they continue to stack these fun events like we're seeing, like these tasks that we've been getting, like tourists. If you're not familiar, this is Night Bird, Big Pipe, and Bird Eye, all on Factory. Day Factory. I hope this event still runs after the patch. Day Factory, you can fight them all. Hustle, which is I killed Rashala, Gluhar, Sanitar, and Tagilla. I missed Killa and Sturman in one woods raid, 48,000 experience with some amazing results here. They've done a really good job of adding some really fun quests. We had the Bloodhounds thing, which people didn't like the quest. It is what it is. I'm working through Hint right now, which I believe was also one that was added. I just need to kill Killa and some raiders and a priest. We did some cultists already and some other things with a few other tasks. If they continue to do that and just get us to wipe and then hit their normal pre-wipe cycle, which is a bunch of really fun events, bosses everywhere, all that stuff, I think we could get a really good hype train going for this game and then roll into a wipe really nicely with a lot of players very excited to come back and to play the game. And if PvP gets better, that is just going to be better for the game, which I hope it will. That's my hope. Trying to keep my expectations in check. I certainly think there's an opportunity where that falls flat. However, I'm hopeful, and I think that there's a good chance that this does bring some folks back. So that's my take. Try not to ramble too much. Hopefully got some good info out of that. I am going to give a quick channel update if you want to stick around for that, if you're a fan of the channel. If you aren't, consider socials, all that stuff down below. Thanks for stopping in and hearing me ramble for a while and all that good stuff. But yeah, thanks for being here. For those that are fans of the channel, kind of wonder where I've been. I've taken a break. Like I said, I haven't played the game in about a month or so. Honestly, I just needed a break from the game. This isn't to show off how cool I am or anything. I did get my Kappa container. I'll show that here. But you can see I've got a lot of hours in this game. And if you're a fan, you know I'm doing a hardcore account and a solo standard account. And so I've racked up, probably getting pretty close, relatively close to 10K, or if not over 10K hours in the game. And I honestly just needed a break. There was a lot of things that were frustrating me. Audio really was the big killer when the change happened. I really got some frustration level. I put in a pretty decent grind to finish out Kappa and get that done. And honestly, after that, I said, I just need a break. And then we got some drama and we got some other stuff going on in the community. I don't even want to talk about it, but I just needed a break. So I've taken that break. I'm going to kind of continue. Here's where I'm thinking we're going to go. Patch is going to happen. I'm going to test that out. If we continue to get fun events, I will make some content around those events. I'll keep you updated as far as the news in terms of what's going on as it relates to things that BSG says, not speculation, as far as they're actually putting out. Try to keep you up to date with that, and then have maybe some cool videos or some stream highlights if we jump back into that, for just playing the game and some fun moments. That's what you can expect up until the next wipe. I also was looking at trying to get to Lighthouse and Lightkeeper. I may still continue that. We are basically at assessment part 1. I need to get this done. If I can get motivated, or there's an event that brings a ton of people to Lighthouse, I might try to go do this. If I can get past this one, I'll probably keep progressing and then make some content around that. But that will probably carry us through up until whenever the wipe ends up being, which again, my anticipation is about a month. When wipe happens, I will get back into hardcore. Really enjoy that. I think we'll look at again, some modification to the rule set and anything that might change content wise with that. And we'll get back into that. The solo standard playthrough, my series, the Escape series, if you're a fan of that, I'm going to pick that back up and modify that. And what I'm going to do is focus those episodes specific to quest completion. I think that's going to still provide good value, but it's also going to let me play that account a little bit in between without having to record every single minute, and it not just be a continuous run through of redoing the same quests over and over and over again. I can get in a solid play session or two, get through some of the early game stuff, and then share some of the highlights from that, and then get into some more of the quests later on and show you how you go about doing that without showing you the full raid. I can hit some highlights. I think that will be beneficial. The whole goal of that series is to show that players, if you play solo and you play on a standard account and you only put in a couple hours a week, that you can make good progress. If I would have continued that account to here, I'm probably in the mid 30s, maybe higher than that based on some events that have been going on. Probably have a decent amount of quests done, to be honest with you too. I might be close to max traders, at least a few of them. We obviously paused that, haven't produced it, but that's, I think, where you could be, especially with how long this wipe has been. And I think that can be a really successful and rewarding play experience for people over the course of a wipe, if it is about that 6-month time frame. So in addition to that, we'll continue to put some stuff out on our main account, and I probably will continue to kind of document just some of the fun raids. I'll try to record some more of my main account as I do the grind, and as we again work towards Kappa, whatever that looks like for next wipe, as well as get some content out there for any quest changes, any updates. So that's what you can look forward to the channel. Other than that, again, I'm going to continue to just kind of enjoy having a little bit of a break, popping in on this. So just stay tuned to the channel, and then I will keep you updated when we come back and bring you more content more consistently, which again, I know if you're a fan, you're missing. Apologize. It is what it is. And we'll probably do some more streams, get back into that. I've been really enjoying just other hobbies. Been playing a lot of Apex. I've been playing, and honestly gotten back really big into Magic the Gathering. I'm a big nerd, and I love it. I've been playing a lot of Arena and MTGO. So if you're interested in that, I'll probably stream that and do some stuff there. And yeah, I've been working my in-person, in real life cardboard collection. I've been doing some other stuff with my other hobby, that is guns. Been spending some time with family and some other stuff. So just mix up of priorities, and been, again, just kind of enjoying a little bit of a break from the game. I think it's been healthy, and I think it's been good, and I'm kind of getting revitalized back into getting excited about this again. So that's what we got. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Socials down below. Click all that stuff. Help me out. Appreciate all the support on YouTube, clicking on everything, and we'll get back to the content here hopefully shortly. And hopefully this was valuable for you. And let me know your comments down below. Let me know what your take is. If you think this this patch is going to help kind of bring the big game back, if you're going to pick it back up, check it out, and what you're going to do. Love to hear from you. Thanks, everybody. I've been Doc. Average Gamer, guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace.